Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and today we're going to be looking at the Cooper FK50 Universal Folding Bluetooth Keyboard. So as you can probably tell by the name, what's special about this keyboard is the fact that it is super portable. Now it folds in half and you can pretty much transport it anywhere, and it's also built with some really nice material, meaning you can just chuck it in a bag and not really worry about it. Yes, it is maybe a bit plasticky compared to some other keyboards, however it does fold, so it can't necessarily be made of metal. Well, at least that's what the website says. Now as you can see here, it does have a really nice thin profile to it, however it does bow slightly in the middle, so when you do have it flat on a desk, if you push directly in the center of the keyboard or the actual keys near the middle, it can sometimes wobble ever so slightly. Now it does also have magnets built into either side, so when it is shut in the clamshell position, you don't have to worry about it falling apart or anything, which is really awesome. But what about the actual typing experience itself? Well, that's unfortunately where you run into some problems. Now don't get me wrong, this is definitely a great keyboard if you just want to jot down some notes on a tablet or a smartphone, or you're out and about and you need a keyboard in a pinch. However, because of the actual gap down the middle of the keyboard, as you can see just here, and the positioning of the keys, the space of the keys, and just in general the overall feel of the keyboard, it can sometimes hinder typing ever so slightly. Now it's nothing like you're going to get on a traditional laptop or a really awesome keyboard like I've got here on my MacBook Pro, but as you can see the keys themselves do work perfectly fine. There are a bit of odd shapes, as you can see the enter and delete button aren't necessarily the best in terms of shapes, and you can sometimes get mixed up with the keys as well. Now under the Q, W and E buttons you do have specific functions for Windows, Android and also iOS, so that's really great depending on which device you're using. So as you can see on my MacBook here, I can do volume up, volume down, mute, skip tracks within Spotify as well. So if I just open up Spotify, as you can see here, if you look down in the bottom left hand corner of the album artwork just down here, when I skip the track you can see here that that's going to be changing. So again, it's really good that you've got this granular control and you've got all these shortcuts for both Windows, iOS, Android and also Mac, although it's not actually mentioned on the keyboard. So who is this keyboard actually for? Well, as I mentioned near the start of the video, if you've got something like an iPad, then this is the kind of thing that you need to get. It's very portable, really easy to use and also really easy to set up. But if you've got something slightly bigger or something that you need just more precise control for, or you do a lot of typing, then this isn't necessarily the keyboard for you, as it is slow and it can sometimes take some getting used to, so do definitely keep that in mind. And the reason why I mentioned something like an iPad is on the back of the keyboard, as you can see just here, you got these two plastic clips which just unclip from the bottom of the keyboard, and then as you can see they look like this. Now what are these for? Well, basically all you do is you scissor them together, as you can see here, and there's two different ways to do this for a smartphone or for a tablet to get that wider field of view, and then you've got a makeshift prop-up stand for your tablet or your smartphone. So as you can see here, if I just take my OnePlus 2, you can see that I can then prop up my phone and then use it with the keyboard itself to get a really nice typing angle. However, this would definitely be better with a tablet. So for instance, if you've got an iPad and you type a lot of things, then this may come in quite handy, but as I mentioned, if you do type quite a lot, then this isn't really for you. Now you can pick up one of these keyboards over at coopercases.com, and I have it linked in the description down below, and at the moment it's under $50, so in my opinion that's actually not too bad for a travel keyboard. Now if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section or on Twitter at Copper vs Glass. For more great content, don't forget to subscribe. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Now a huge shout out to Cooper Cases for sending all these products out for review. Now if you guys want to check out Cooper Cases, they do a bunch of different folio style keyboards, Bluetooth keyboards, battery packs and a bunch of other mobile and tablet accessories, and they can be found at coopercases.com, and I will have them linked in the description down below. But for now, I'll catch you guys next time.